Sairam students, welcome to another class of English literature. And today's class, we'll begin with a new lesson from your textbook, First Flight. And the name of the lesson is Madam Rides the Bus, which is written by Valli Kannan. Now, this lesson is it was written by Valli Kannan in Tamil and it is translated by K.S. Sundaran in English. So, let's get started with this lesson. Just keep a book and a pen handy to jot down the important points. Let's see the introduction, what this lesson is all about. The lesson, Madam Rides the Bus, is about a brave 8-year-old who had a strong desire and, along with it, the courage to fulfill it. She liked gazing at the hustle and bustle of the street, and her favorite part was the sight of the bus arriving and departing. Thus, she developed a great desire to travel by bus. So basically, the main character of this story is an 8-year-old girl, Valli, who has a strong desire to ride the bus, to travel by bus. And she also has the courage to fulfill this desire. For that, she needed all sorts of information about the bus journey, collect the bus fare, and then plan it so that she could be back at home before her mother woke up from her afternoon nap. Thus, the story brings us recounts of how innocently but responsibly she fulfilled her deepest desire and her experiences on the bus ride. How an incident makes her realize the reality of death. So, how did she plan? What all things she did? Okay, it was not easy for her to go. She had to plan, replan. Okay, she had to understand because her mother will not leave her all alone. So, what she did for that? Okay, that we will come to know in this lesson. And this lesson and this journey basically has also taught her, or she could understand, or she could realize what death is. So let's start with our lesson. Madam rides the bus. So who is this madam over here? It's 8-year-old Vallimai. There was a girl named Valliammai who was called Valli for short. She was 8 years old and very curious about things. Her favorite pastime was standing in the front doorway of her house, watching what was happening in the street outside. So, like I told you, the main character of this lesson is Valliammai. In short, her pet name was Valli. And she was an 8-year-old girl and she was very curious. She was very eager to know or learn about things around her. And what was her favorite pastime? What was her hobby? She used to stand in front of the doorway of her house and watch what was happening in the street outside. There were no playmates of her own age on her street, and this was about all she had to do. But for Valli, standing at the front door was every bit as enjoyable as any of the elaborate games other children played. Watching the street gave her many new, unusual experiences. So there were no playmates. Playmates basically friends with whom these kids can play. So there was nobody of her own age with whom she could play. And this was about all she had to do. This means standing outside the door or standing near the door and watch the hustle and bustle in the street. But for Wali, standing at the door was every bit enjoyable. She used to enjoy this also. Okay, how other children, when they play elaborate games is detailed games, like catch, when you catch each other or you play with the ball. So when other kids, when they enjoy doing all these things, Wali enjoyed watching vehicles, watching people moving to and fro. And from this, watching the street gave her many new, unusual experiences. She got to know about many different things. She experienced many unusual things while standing at the doorway. The most fascinating thing of all was the bus that traveled between her village and the nearest town. It passed through her street each hour, once going to the town and once coming back. The sight of the bus filled each time with a new set of passengers was a source of unending joy for Valli. So, out of all the things, what fascinated her the most, what she loved the more, what was most attractive, was the bus that traveled to and fro. So basically, this bus, okay, every hour the bus used to travel to and fro. This bus, it passed through her street each hour, once going to the town, which means from her village to the town, and from the town back to her village. And every time, okay, there were different set of passengers. There were new faces in the bus, and this was a source of unending joy for Valli. Valli used to enjoy seeing people around, people traveling by the bus. Day after day, she watched the bus, and gradually a tiny wish crept into her head and grew there. She wanted to ride on that bus, even if just once. This wish became stronger and stronger until it was an overwhelming desire. Valli would stare wistfully at the people who got on or off the bus when it stopped at the street corner. So, what happened? Every day she used to watch this bus going to and fro, and slowly, gradually, a small wish crept into her head and grew there. A small wish crept means slowly, slowly she developed a desire. Okay, a wish. And what was the wish? She wanted to ride on that bus, even if it was just once. She wanted to ride on that bus. And this wish became stronger and stronger until it was an overwhelming desire. So, what's an overwhelming desire? Something which is very intense, something which cannot be controlled. So, what she did, Valli would stare wistfully, that is, longingly, at the people who got on, who boarded the bus, or who got off the bus when it stopped near the street corner. She started looking carefully at these people. Their faces would kindle in her longings, dreams, and hopes. If one of her friends happened to ride the bus and try to describe the sights of the town to her, Valli would be too jealous to listen and would shout in English, "Proud, proud." Neither she nor her friends really understood the meaning of the word, but they used it often as a slang expression of disapproval. Now, every day when she used to watch these people go up and down in the bus, okay, their faces would kindle. Kindle over here means she used to develop feelings. I mean, she these feeling, this longing of boarding the bus and taking a ride. That developed slowly and slowly. Kindle basically is set alight, fire, but here it is slowly, slowly. She wanted to board the bus and experience that ride. If one of her friends happened to ride the bus, okay, and they used to describe how their experience was, Valli would be too jealous and she used to shout, "Proud, proud," in English. But the meaning was not understood either by Valli nor, or by her friends. But basically this was used as a slang expression. Basically, when you say something in a very informal way, between your friends, when in a close group, when we use very informal words, basically that is called as a slang expression. So when when they wanted to show a strong disapproval to something, they used to say this: proud, proud. Over many days and months, Valli listened carefully to the conversations between her neighbors and people who regularly used the bus, and she also asked a few discreet questions here and there. This way, she picked up various small details about the bus journey. Now, what has happened? She wants to ride the bus. It's a overwhelming desire. So, what she did, obviously, she had to plan. So, what she did, she listened carefully to the conversations between her neighbors and people who regularly traveled by the bus. And she also asked a few discreet questions, basically careful questions, so that people don't come to know what exactly you're planning. So she asked few discreet questions, and that is how she picked up small details about the bus journey. The town was 6 miles from her village. The fare was 30 paise one way, which is almost nothing at all. She heard one well dressed man say. But to Valli, who scarcely saw that much money from one month to the next, it seemed a fortune. The trip to the town took 45 minutes. Now, when she overheard the conversations, when she asked discreet questions, she found out that the town was somewhere close to 6 miles. That was the distance between her village and the town. And how much was the fare? The fare was 30 paise one way, which means to and fro will be 60 paise. And from one person, a well dressed man, said that this 30 paise is a very small amount. But for Valli, who scarcely saw that much money, scarcely is who hardly saw that much money, one month to the next seemed a fortune, seemed a huge amount. Okay, and she also got to know that the trip to the town took 45 minutes. So the travel time one side was trip to the town, which means one side it would be 45 minutes. So how did she come to know? Basically, when she overheard people talk, when she herself asked questions here and there, that is how she got to know about all these basic information. On reaching town, if she stayed in her seat and paid another 30 paise, she could return home on the same bus. This meant that she could take 1 o'clock afternoon bus, reach the town at 1:45 and be back home by 2:45. Now, again, look at her plan. What was she doing? On reaching the town, she said if she stayed, if she didn't get down, if she was in her seat and paid another 30 paise, she could return back on the same bus. Which means if she leaves around 1 o'clock, she will reach town by 1:45. And if she doesn't get down, and if the bus starts from there at 2 o'clock, she would reach her house by 2:45. On and on went her thoughts as she calculated and recalculated, planned and replanned. Well, one fine spring day, the afternoon bus was just on the point of leaving the village and turning into the main highway when a small voice was heard shouting, "Stop the bus! Stop the bus!" And a tiny hand was raised commandingly. So she was planning. See, basically, this was her first ride on that bus. So obviously, even when we travel, we plan, we replan, we calculate, the distance and everything. So even she did the same thing. And then one fine spring day, the afternoon, Okay, she decided to hop into the bus and go for a ride in the bus. So what happened? The bus was about to leave, and this small voice was heard shouting. Now, whose is the small voice? It is Valli's voice. And what did she shout? Stop the bus, stop the bus. And she raised her hand commandingly. Now, what is commandingly? Basically, you're having command. Okay, she was very confident. She thought she will be able to manage all by herself, and in a very confident way she raised her hand and she asked the bus to stop. The bus slowed down to a crawl, and the conductor, sticking his head out the door, said, "Hurry then! Tell whoever it is to come quickly." "It's me!" shouted Valli. "I am the one who has to get on." So maybe the driver heard Valli shout, so that's the reason the bus slowed down. And the conductor, sticking his head out, basically he peeped out of the window. And what did he tell Valli? Okay, fast, come on, be quick. Whoever is going to board this bus, ask that person to board the bus quickly. Okay, and what does Valli reply? She says, "It's me. I want to board the bus. Okay, I have to get on." By now, the bus had come to a stop, and the conductor said, "Oh, really? You don't say so." "Yes, I simply have to go to town," said Valli, still standing outside the bus. "And here's my money." She showed him some coins. So by the time when Valli and the conductor they were having the conversation, the bus had already come to a stop. And the conductor said, "Okay, it's you who wants to board the bus." Then she said, "Yes, I just have to go to the town." And this conversation was happening when Valli was, she had not boarded the bus. What she did was she showed him some money. "See, this is what I am having, some amount of coins in my hand," and she wanted to board the bus. Okay, but first you must get on the bus," said the conductor, and he stretched out a hand to help her. "Never mind," she said. "I can get on by myself. You don't have to help me." So when she was showing the coins, conductor said, Okay, come on, you board the bus first." And for that, he stretched his hand. He gave his hand to Valli just to help her so that she could board the bus comfortably. But what did she say? She said, "Never mind. I can get on myself. I can board the bus all by myself. You don't have to help me." The conductor was a jolly sort, fond of joking. "Oh, please don't be angry with me, my fine madam," he said. "Here, have a seat right up there in front. Everybody move aside, please. Make way for madam." So how was this conductor? He was a very fun-loving, a very jolly person, and he liked, to crack jokes. So what he said, "Okay, madam, please don't be angry with me." And that is where this lesson gets its name. Madam rides the bus. So what he said, "Okay, come on, you can have a seat over here, there in front. You can go and sit there." And then he asked other people to just move aside so that they could make way for this little madam to go and sit. It was the slack time of day, and there were only 6 or 7 passengers on the bus. They were all looking at Valli and laughing with the conductor. Valli was overcome with shyness. Avoiding everyone's eyes, she walked quickly to an empty seat and sat down. So it was the slack time of the day. Slack time means there was not much work. There were not many people traveling by bus at that point of time. So only 6 to 7 passengers on the bus, and all of them were enjoying. All of them were looking at Valli and they were laughing with the conductor. Valli felt a little shy and she quickly avoided. She didn't look into anybody else's eyes. She quickly walked to an empty seat and she sat there. So that's it. She has now boarded the bus. What happens next? We will see in our next class. How she enjoys, what she learns, or what experiences does she gain from this journey. All these things we will see in our next class. Students, don't forget to click on the link that you have received with this video link. Answer the questions and submit them. Until we meet next, you will take care of yourself. Sai Ram and bye bye.